Today we have Camden West, who just joined. So hold on. Baby. Oh, I thought it wasn't
Hello.
going to connect.
There we go. Finally, it worked. How's it
How's it
going?
going?
It's going
Good. How are
good.
you?
I'm doing well. I'm,
Yeah,
just going through the motions. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's
Yeah,
good to hear. How's
yeah.
everything in Seattle?
I mean, we're still closed down, but I kind of just decided to live life with a mask on. So
I think it's the new normal. I'm getting used to it. So,
yeah,
so that's a good.
yeah.
So,
What have you been up to?
well, right now I'm back in Las Vegas, um,
Yeah,
which is nice, and I've been, doing a lot of music, a lot of walking around, and enjoying still being in quarantine and the new way of life. So it's been
yeah.
good.
Do you have
So
any Hi Sherry. Do you have any new songs? Like, have you written any new songs? I mean, you probably are
yeah,
always writing them, but
yeah. I've written a bunch of new stuff. So that's been a good thing about all of this is I've had a lot of time to write some stuff, which is good.
yeah, that's exciting.
Pretty happy about it. Yeah,
Anything we're gonna hear today?
maybe maybe I'll, maybe maybe I'll do a little sneak peek of something new.
Not to put you on the spot or anything.
Oh no, that'd be cool.
Awesome. Well, I just you haven't been on in so long. I'm just excited to have you on. It's been a minute, and you haven't played live really very much
Yeah, I
lately,
haven't done
other
much
than
of
Monday, maybe.
yeah, honestly, I haven't done much of any live stuff in a while. So this
Yeah,
is back on here. Thanks for having
yeah.
it.
You're always welcome. You're always welcome to come on.
Thank you. Yeah, I've noticed that too. I haven't done a lot online, at least. Behind the scenes, I've been doing
Yeah,
different stuff, but on the camera, I haven't. So this is cool.
yeah. Well, it's nice to see you, and I know a lot of people are excited to see you play. So I got a bunch of messages today of people that were excited you were on again. So,
Awesome. Well,
so yeah,
thank you to everyone that's joining in.
yeah. There's a couple of people. Let's see who's on. Kira, Kira, Mikola,
Awesome.
Sherry, Keisha. Yeah. Well,
Well, thank you guys
um,
for.
do you want to play music first, or do you want to kind of play the game first?
Let's play the game first, or whatever. Anything works.
Okay.
Figure it out.
So
You tell me.
I went on and did like just kind of looked up some silly questions that I thought would be funny, and or I don't know, just to see if we could get to know you just a little bit more.
Okay.
Um, Not your normal like who are you questions, you know.
Okay.
So one of them is so I came up with this one. It's a play off of one that I saw, but I thought it would be kind of cool. So if you have a Christmas song, right? So if you could have your Christmas song in any Christmas movie, what would you choose?
Grinch.
Yeah, that's a good movie. Yeah,
It's my sister's favorite movie, so that would be cool to have it in that.
yeah. Do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
Uh, I don't think so.
No.
I don't. No, let me think. Um, I like the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone where they have the Christmas scene. I think
Yeah.
that's my
Do
favorite Christmas time thing.
I think mine would probably be Home Alone.
I
Like
don't think
really.
I've ever seen Home Alone.
What?
Yeah, I'll have to watch that.
Come on, Camden. That's like classic.
I know. I know. I have to.
Okay, I expect you to watch it this year.
I will. I will.
Okay. I'm gonna quiz you. No, I'm
Maybe
just kidding.
earlier I'll watch it.
Yeah. I mean, you can watch that movie anytime, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, what is okay, hold on. We'll get to that one in a second. I have them written down, sorry. So uh, what's the hardest habit you've had to give up lately?
Hardest habit?
Hmm. Since quarantine started,
Oh, I mean,
or
playing live.
maybe in general.
Playing live. That was a
Oh,
big habit. Um, but I don't know. I don't think I really had to give up much. Um, I feel like I gained habits over time, which is interesting. But yeah, I don't think I really had to give much
is
up.
is there one that you gained that you didn't think you would?
Um, I go on a lot of walks, and I never did that before. And I was running a lot, and now I walk a lot every single day, which I never thought would be a big habit of mine, but it's a pretty big habit. It just happens
That's
every
good.
day.
Yeah, get out and get some fresh air. That's always
Yeah.
good.
How about
Yeah.
you?
Oh, um, probably stopping and just like breathing. Like because I'm always like going, 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 or doing something. So for me, just like stopping and like
That's I mean,
taking a second.
a good. We all need that. I think
Yeah,
that's a good habit to have, just to carry on throughout. Once this is all over or calm
yeah,
down a bit, I think that's a good thing to keep doing. Just breathing,
yeah,
enjoying life. I think.
yeah, yeah. Enjoying stuff. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been able to like. I think really get into every day is like being. I started writing 50 things that I'm thankful for at the end of the day, and just like as something to kind of get my mind in a better space and more positive space.
That's good. So every day you do that?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. So I have like a little journal that I keep next to my bed, and every day I just write like 50 things. It
Are
could
they
be
all
like, I don't know, stand in my toes or something. I don't know, something stupid, but you know, yeah,
do you repeat them or are they all new every single day?
yeah, they're new every day.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's like one, I think probably one habit I've done is to try and, not allow quarantine to bring my mind down, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's
Um, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I think that's really healthy. And hold on, Sherry asked, how long are you in Vegas? Good question. Probably a few more weeks, maybe another 2 weeks or so.
Didn't you just get back to Nashville?
Yeah, I just got back to Nashville.
Are you gonna continue to perform in Vegas? Is it still open for like
Uh, no, there's not much performing going on right now,
oh
so everything's pretty shut down still. And that
oh
and for the entertainment world, it's all pretty shut down. But hopefully
yeah
soon. Hopefully
yeah.
one day soon. We'll see.
Well,
Awesome.
she's
Well,
coming to Vegas.
huh? You're
She
coming
says
to
she's going to
Vegas?
Vegas.
Awesome. September 11th. Okay, cool. Well, if I'm still in town, I will let you know. And remind me that you're back in town. That would be awesome.
Cool. Okay. Do you want to play a song since we're in a little bit, and you can play something for people since quite a few people
Sure.
are?
Sure. Any song you want to hear in particular?
Uh, mm, how about one you haven't played in a while? Like,
Okay.
mm, oh my gosh, that makes me have to think. Uh, I don't know, like More of You or something like that.
More of you?
Yeah. Isn't
What?
that what it's called? Maybe not.
Which one's more of you?
Um, hold on. Let me get the paper that I have your songs on. Hold on.
More is you?
More is you. There we
The,
go.
the one with a little bit of Spanish in there?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
Okay.
is you. I'm sorry.
No, no,
I
you're
should know better.
good. Yeah. Walk a little closer, step inside my world. I'm looking at a God living in a human world. I see myself with you, standing side by side. Wanna wrap you in my love for the rest of my life. Sure as I look into, como se dice I love you, mankind dies. Ooh, I need more and more is you. I'm gonna give you all my best. Kiss your lips in un, dos, tres, mankind dies. Ooh, I need more and more is you. I need more and more is you. Contigo quiero estar forever. Juntos poder caminar. Cielo funcionar. But don't take this lightly. It's taking time and hurt to do. When I say these three words, I love you. Sure as I look into, como se dice I love you. Mankind dies. Ooh, I need more and more is you. I'm gonna give you all my best. Kiss your lips in un, dos, tres. Mankind dies. Ooh, I need more and more is you. I need more and more is you. I tell you as many times as I need to reach your heart for us to believe. Que digo que me voy now otra vez. Te espero to me, and I need you to be here. Sure as I look into, como se dice I love you, mankind dies. Ooh, I need more and more is you. I'm gonna give you all my best. Kiss your lips in un, dos, tres, mankind dies. Ooh, I need more and more with you. Sure as I look into, como se dice I love you, mankind dies. Ooh, I need more and more is you. I wanna give you all my best. Kiss your lips in un, dos, tres, mankind dies. Ooh, I need more and more is you. More is you.
Is you. I'll remember that next time.
More is you.
Okay. So I know that you are quite the cook and you like to cook. So what is like your favorite thing to cook, or what have you learned during quarantine to cook?
It's a good question. What I've cooked often in quarantine is just garlic chicken, grilled garlic chicken, and broccoli.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoy doing that. But I think one of my favorite things to make or try to make, I don't think it's ever been really good, but it's a dish called lomo saltado, which is a Peruvian dish.
Okay.
And it's my favorite meal, and I think it's fun to cook. It's like strips of steak with rice, French fries, tomatoes, and that's it.
Did you say French fries?
French fries.
Rice and French fries. Okay.
Yeah,
All
so
in one thing?
all in one thing.
Like a
It's incredible.
tortilla or something?
No, it's just on a plate, and you just have
Oh,
rice. You have your steak with fries and teriyaki sauce. Because the
interesting.
Peruvians, yeah, the Peru has a very mixed. The culture is
Yeah.
partly Asian because a lot
Okay.
of Asian immigrants came over um, and kind of mixed, and that's how that dish came out, which is really cool.
Interesting. I have
Yeah,
never heard of that. Sounds good
it's really
though.
good. You can find a Peruvian restaurant where you are. Get lomo saltado. It's really good.
Okay. I will not remember that. You're gonna have to write it out.
Okay, I will.
Okay. If you could have anybody narrate your life, who would you have narrate your life?
Wait, what did you say?
If you could have anybody narrate your life, any like musician or star, whoever, narrate your life, who would you want to do it?
Oh, Paul McCartney.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
I think it'd be
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. That would be awesome. Do you know any accents? Like or do you know like I don't know, like an English accent or something like that? You've been all over the place.
Yeah, I can talk in an English accent sometimes.
That's cool. I didn't know you could do that.
It just depends on where I am, but I sometimes like to do this one, and
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
I
it's
cannot do
not
it.
that good, but I guess it's sometimes good to. I like doing it sometimes.
Yeah. Have you ever done it through a drive-through?
Yes,
I have too. We did it in
I.
Renton once.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We had
I've
fun.
done
The
that.
lady
Too.
had no idea what to do. She was like, I can't understand you. We're like, sorry. Like it was so funny. We were younger though, but like it was funny. We got a kick out of it.
Yeah, I think it's
Um,
fun.
so I know you like Game of Thrones, so I thought this would be funny. If you could pick any character from Game of Thrones to be your roommate, who would you pick?
Joffrey.
Oh, really?
I'm just kidding. um, hmm. No, Jon Snow would be a cool roommate.
Yeah, I think you would too.
He would be a cool roommate. Seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Um, you know, the only reason I would say Joffrey is because when people come over to hang out with us, I think they would like me a little more. So,
That's true. That's a good point.
so
uh,
yeah, Jon Snow,
that's a
definitely.
good choice. Um, uh, let's see. Okay, as a kid, what did you think would be like the most awesome thing when you got to grow up to an adult, but then you realized it really wasn't? Tyrion.
Tyrion, definitely. You're all talking. You're a savage. Oh, what did I think was
Like
what?
cool or awesome as like when you wanted to be an adult, like when you were growing
Oh,
up, you thought would be
yeah.
cool as an adult, but then really isn't all that great.
I guess driving a car. I feel like, I mean, it is cool. It's nice to be able to drive cars, but I think growing up, it's like that's so cool. I remember going to like pole position or like go kart places and being like, oh, wish I can just drive freely and
Yeah.
drive wherever. Now that I can do it, it just doesn't seem as cool.
It's all that walking. You've replaced it with the car.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think, yeah. I mean, I always thought it would just be cool to just be able to drive,
Yeah.
you know, in between lanes and stuff, and nothing just holding me in one position. So that,
Oh, that's
but
kind of your
now that I can,
personality, though. You know that, right?
what did you say?
It's kind of your personality. You don't like to be boxed in.
Yeah, I'd like to disperse and
Yeah, you do.
do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Being in a go kart, going to a place like that, the mini Grand Prix or something like that, you just
Yeah.
feel like you have to follow this route. So
Yeah.
if you get your own car, you can just drive wherever you want.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
so that always seemed really cool. And now it's kind of like, okay, depends on where I'm driving.
Yeah.
So
Have you driven in like Europe and stuff? Is it weird to drive on the other side of the road?
I've driven. Um, yeah, I drove the places I've driven in Europe. You don't have to drive on the other side of the road.
Oh.
So I've driven in France and Spain, and it's still on the way we drive.
Yeah.
But I did when I was in Uganda. They drive on the right side, so
Oh.
I drove for a second on the way to the airport. They let me drive because I really wanted
Yeah.
to see what it was like. So we did
Was
that.
it weird?
Yeah, I got used to it after a little bit, but it was definitely interesting. I was going really carefully,
Yeah, for
drive as
sure.
carefully as possible. So it's pretty funny.
um, what's a movie that you know like all the quotes to?
Napoleon Dynamite,
Really?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of
Uh,
the Rings. That's like 6 hours worth of movie. It's holy moly.
yeah, Lord of the Rings
Is
and
that your favorite movie?
Harry Potter, kind of my favorite
Yeah.
movies. Um, School of Rock is
Good
one of my favorites,
one.
and Napoleon Dynamite. Those are all up there. I like Holes too. Holes is a really good one.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but
You do a very good like I don't know, cover of the song at the end of it.
no,
Or the
yeah,
rap part, I guess.
the rap
Yeah.
part. I
Yeah.
got you. Thank you.
Okay. You can play more music if you want.
That's okay. We can keep talking. I'm enjoying the questions.
Okay. Um
Unless you
uh
want me to play a song, and then we'll get back to it.
no, we can do a couple and then you can play a song.
Okay.
You have traveled so much. I want to know what a funny story that you've had like on a road trip. Like what's the funniest thing that's ever happened?
Um, there, I mean, there's a lot of funny stuff that's happened. There was one. I was traveling with my friend Zach Oliveira. I don't know if he's still on here. He got off, but we were traveling for I think 2 weeks, just me and him in a car, and we were driving from I think Denver to Dallas, Texas, to Arizona to Tucson, and then back to Vegas. And we were stopping in this place called Paladuro Canyon, which is near Amarillo, Texas. And
Okay.
we decided to camp for the night instead of getting a hotel or stopping at a friend's house. We were camping, and we set up the tent, and it starts to get dark, and we have our flashlights out, and we look down at the ground, and there's this huge spider just with a bunch of
Oh,
babies on its back, just crawling towards us. We're like, oh my god! So we get into the tent. We're sitting there a little bit. We get back out, and we're standing outside, and we look up with our flashlights, or we both had headlamps on.
yeah.
And I remember looking up, and I looked into these bushes, like straight ahead, and these two eyes were staring at us. I could just see them glowing back.
Yeah.
We're like, oh my god! And I looked
Yeah.
down, and I looked to the left, and then right as I looked to the left, there were the two eyes staring on the other side. And
Oh my god.
me and him started freaking out, and we jumped into the car, turned the engine on, drove away, drove back, came
Yeah.
back, and then tried to just go to sleep to
Oh
get
my
through the
god.
night. But
Uh,
funny.
you would have lost me at the spiders. You would have lost me there. I would have been like, we're getting the hell out.
So that was that night. It was pretty fun.
Jeez, did you ever find out where the eyes were coming from, or what it was? Probably like a
No, but
coyote or
we
something.
have a feeling that it was like a mountain lion or something.
Oh, jeez,
So that's what
that
we,
would be kind of scary.
yeah, it was scary. That
Oh
was
my gosh.
pretty.
Yeah, they are very stalkerish. I used to work with them. They're kind of stalkerish.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely stalkerish.
yeah.
So
There was a hi Aaron. There was
hey,
uh like a video that went around of this guy that was like walking. He was riding his bike through like this trail in Washington, and he gets like around this corner, and all of a sudden he sees this huge mountain lion just sitting there, right? And he stops, and he's just like, I think he has the like camera either on his chest or his head or something, and he just stops and like starts to back up, and the mountain lion jumps down and just starts to walk with him. I was
oh
like,
my god.
yeah, if I was him, I would probably turn around and leave too.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my
that would be
god.
scary. Yeah, I don't know. When I worked with them, of course ours were like, it was in a zoo, so but they're huge, man. Their paws are just like, you're like, yeah, you're gonna win a fight for sure. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't play with them. I had to feed them, and it was kind of scary. Like, I don't know. I fed them with like a stick through the thing because I was too scared to open the door.
That's funny. But that's really cool that you worked with them. That's awesome.
Yeah, I did that for a year. I worked with tigers too, and then they were just little cubs at the time. Um, and then uh, and then I worked at the aquarium here at the Seattle Aquarium for like 10 years, and got to like feed all the marine mammals and do all their food, and yeah, it was cool. It was lots of fun. I wanted to be a marine biologist originally. That was my life plan.
You still want to do that?
Yeah. But
Why don't you should do it?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a lot of schooling.
But
So
that's
we'll
so
see.
cool. You can go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Have you seen Tiger
I,
King?
I have not. Everybody keeps telling me to watch it, and I don't
Yeah,
know.
you
I'm
work
kind
with
of
tigers. You have to watch it.
okay. I will. I'll. I guess I'll watch it now. I haven't binged it yet. What's something that you've binged lately?
um, Good question. I mean, there was Tiger King way at the beginning of quarantine. Um, I like the show Vikings.
Mm,
That's really cool. Um, it's about the Vikings, and
yeah.
I finished Shameless, which is a good one.
Yes. That's such
Uh,
a great show.
have you watched it all?
Yeah, I've gone through it all. Yeah. Finally.
It's a good. I like that show. What else? I think that's. I can't think of any others that I've watched recently, but some of my favorites are Prison Break is a really good one.
Oh,
Uh,
that's an old show. Yeah, that's a good show.
show. Prison Break, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones. Um,
I never did see Breaking Bad.
Breaking
That's
Bad's
like
really good. That's a really good one.
my favorite was Bones. That was like my one of my
Bones,
favorites. Yeah.
Bones is good. I watched one TV show recently. It's called. It's in Spanish. It's a Spanish show, but there's
Mm-hmm.
subtitles. I watched the subtitles, and it was called The Queen and the Conqueror, and it was just about the conquistadors coming into Colombia from Spain. And
Oh.
I thought I was just watching one season. There was only one season on Netflix, but the season was 60 episodes.
Oh Jesus.
So, yeah,
That's a
I'm
commitment.
watching. Yeah, yeah, and that was just one season. So,
Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Usually they're only like that's like 3 seasons in one.
yeah,
Because usually isn't it like 20 episodes a season usually normally for a show? Maybe.
yeah, I think so.
Oh, Sherry's asking for music.
We can do some music. What do you want to hear, Barry?
I could give you one guess.
I know there's two that she usually likes. There's Lie, Cheat, Steal, and Wait a Minute. I know
Yeah.
that.
You should do Lie, Cheat, Steal.
All right, I'll do that. This one's for you, Sherry. It's been a while since I played this one. I think. Someone did you wrong. Was a thief in the night. Made you cry, said goodbye. Victim of his crime. That's not me. That's not me. Guilty of being honest. I promise. I promise. I'm gonna lie. She's still. That's how I'm gonna keep you. How I'm gonna keep you lying in your arms. Cheat time, steal your heart. Whatever I gotta do. Even if I gotta lie, she's still. I'll lie. She's still for you. I'll be your light through the clouds, your sun in the rain. Paint each day like Monet, take your breath away, so breathe, safe with me. I'm ready to take the fall, to give it all. I'm a lovesick outlaw. I'm gonna lie, she's still. How I'm gonna keep you, how I'm gonna keep you lying in your arms. Cheat time, steal your heart, whatever I gotta do. Even if I gotta lie, she's still. I lie, she's still for you. Whatever I gotta do, whatever. whatever I gotta do, I gotta have you. I'm gonna lie, she's still. It's how I'm gonna keep you, how I'm gonna keep you lying in your arms. Cheat time, steal your heart, whatever I gotta do. Even if I gotta lie, she's still. I lie, she's still. I'm gonna lie, she's still. It's how I'm gonna keep you out, I'm gonna keep you in your arms. Cheat time, steal your heart, whatever I gotta do. Even if I gotta lie, she's still.
Oh,
All right, lie, cheat,
there
steal.
we go. Yeah.
Did it shut off for a second?
So, huh?
Did my screen shut off for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on one sec. Let me fix it.
Okay. So I'll ask you something else. So, um, what's like, the biggest since quarantine? What's like the biggest realization about yourself that you've realized?
Um, that if you stick to something, you can do it. If you tell yourself you're going to do something every day, you're able to do it. I've
Yeah.
told myself I'm going to walk every day, and I've been doing it. And I've told myself I'm going to run or do something like that, and I keep doing it. I didn't know that I could really stick with something like that, and so that's changed. And I've been trying to write. Recently, I've been trying to write every single day, and I've been doing that too, which is really fun for me. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so just like
I feel like you always have like songs in your head though. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, but now I've been trying to, if I have a song in my head, just try to finish it, try to at least finish something a day. I don't have to finish what I started that day, but
Yeah.
finish something.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think
Cool.
committing is something that I've come to realize that I can do. So
Yeah. That's good. That's a good
yeah,
one. That's a really good one. I definitely could learn how to do that better too.
I think it's a cool thing to know. I definitely can improve with a lot of things. So this is a
For
good
sure.
time to put yourself to the test, I think. So,
Yeah. Great. Um, what's the strangest country you've been in?
mm. Strange in what way?
I don't know. Food, people. I don't know.
Um,
However you interpret that.
I don't know.
Sad
I
people.
wouldn't say they're strange, but I would say like I mean everything's unique and different in interesting ways. I think. Um, I don't know. I feel like the world's so small now that we're kind of all up to this place where everyone's kind of uh, similar in some ways, but I mean the culture sticks out. I think Uganda was really cool. Africa was really cool because that was a culture that I've never really experienced before, and I got to really. That was the first time while traveling that I was actually immersed inside the culture instead of just being an outsider
Yeah.
where you know travel and I see what I see. In
Yeah.
Uganda, I was really able to be part of it and really experience what the culture was like. But I wouldn't say it was strange or anything. I would say that it's cool and it's different and
Yeah.
exciting. So
That's
another
cool.
yeah, but yeah, I mean there the food they eat's different. Nothing crazy, but what they have is they eat this thing called matoke every day, and that's their meal. And,
What's
you know
that?
they matoke is like a squashed banana or plantains and made into this thing, and they eat it with rice and chapati bread, which is really good bread. And these things called peanuts. They taste like peanuts. It's like smashed up peanuts, but uh, I think they're purple. And
Whoa.
yeah, it's really cool. They're very healthy eaters over there, but they eat that. It's kind of like a uniform thing that's what you eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's pretty interesting. And
Interesting.
yeah,
I guess it
yeah,
makes it easier. You don't have to think of what you're going to eat.
yeah. It's kind of just part of that's part of the culture. Is that's food. That's the
Yeah.
or like rice with kind of beef in there. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was really interesting. I'm trying to think of another strange place or a place that was actually strange. Um,
Have you ever been to like Tokyo or
no,
like
I've
any
never
of the
been to
Asian
Asia.
cities?
I've never been to Asia, not yet. Um, my parents have, but I have not. Uh, I hope to one day
Yeah.
if if we're ever able to travel out there again. I hope so. I'd like to
Yeah.
one day.
Um, let's see. What's something we don't know about you that you're willing to share?
One thing you don't know about me. When I was about, it's kind of an embarrassing story, but when I was probably about 7 or 8, I was riding a bike um, across the street at my neighbor's house, and they had kind of like a semicircle driveway, and there was a truck parked on one of the sides of the driveway, and I kept riding the bike around, and then at one point, I guess I wasn't paying attention, and I smashed into um, the truck, the parked car, and
Yeah.
I kind of looked.
Oh no. Hold on, Cam. Hold on. Your internet's going out, Cam. Yeah. Yeah, we lost him too, Sherry. Might have to start over. Or maybe I can just X out and add him back in. Yeah, he left to come back in. Yeah, he'll come back in. Hold on, Sherry. Are you guys by the lake, Sherry? Fun. I want to be by the lake. I'm kind of jealous, friend. 20 feet from it. When you go, put your feet in it. Can you think of me and like enjoy it for me? Please. I don't know. We might have to like Lucy. Hi, Lucy. You're still on. Or Dana, I guess it is. Oh, there's Cam. Yes, he is. I agree.
All right, there
Are
we
you
go.
back now?
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
It just like froze.
Really?
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah. You said you ran into the truck and then it froze.
I ran into a truck, so that's the story.
Oh, well, did you get hurt?
Um, I passed out and I
Oh,
woke up a little bit later with the bike on top of me and blood all over.
oh,
And then um, my neighbor he was a surgeon, so um, first I went to his house and he was going to glue my chin shut, and then it was too deep of a cut to glue all the way, so we had to go to the office after hours and he sewed it in. So it
wow. Look
and
at you.
and it was my sister had a ballet recital that night, and I showed up with a beard because it was, and I was like 7 years old, and I just had a line of hair sticking out, which is the stitches. So it was pretty funny.
I'm sure she appreciated that. What's like the funniest thing that's happened between you and your sisters? Because it's just you. You're the only like boy in your family, right?
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah.
only boy.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. There's so many stories. It's hard to think of one thing.
Because there's one that's older and one that's younger, right? Than you. You're in the middle.
Yeah, I'm in the
Yeah.
middle.
Yeah.
Um, I think they tried dressing me up a few times when we were younger.
I feel
So,
like that's normal.
so that happened probably a few times. Uh, so that was always good.
I can attest to doing that to my little brothers too. My little brother had the long. You have curly hair. My little brother had like long, straight brown hair, and I used to put it in pigtails and like try and put him in like little dresses.
That's
I was like 9, I think.
oh my gosh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
we're 9 year. I'm 9 years apart from one, and then 11 from the other, and so yeah,
Oh,
that was lots of
wow.
fun.
That's awesome. So there's
Yeah.
some age gaps in there, which is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it. A lot of people thought when I hit my teens that they were my kids, so that was lots of fun walking around with them. But yeah, they were lots of fun. It was fun to be able to like grow up with them little, you know. So I had lots of fun teasing
That's
them.
awesome.
Um,
Yeah, that's awesome.
what would if you had a tagline? What would be your tagline?
Do a lot and explore.
Mm,
Don't put yourself in a box. I think.
yeah,
I think
yeah, it's very you.
just be okay with risking things. Not like don't do anything that's gonna get you hurt or anything, but
Yeah,
just enjoy life. Enjoy it. Just do what you can, and if you think of something, just go for it. No
yeah.
regrets. That's right, Sherry. No regrets.
Oh, there you go, Sherry. Good job, Sherry. Um, do you know any funny jokes?
Um, how did Harry Potter fall down the hill?
That could go a bunch of different ways.
He was
Uh, he was what?
he was laughing.
Oh.
J.K. Rowling.
Okay. Good job, Cam. Good job. I'd clap if I could. Oh, okay. Um,
Yeah.
that's all I got. What's oh, I know you're kind of a history guy. What's your like favorite historic moment?
Wow. Favorite historic moment.
I have a follow up to that too.
That's a really good question. Favorite historic moment. Wow. I mean, there's just so much history. I don't know like what a favorite one would be. Um, I always liked
Okay.
when I was younger. I really liked the American Revolution. Uh, I really liked that kind of stuff. But I like a lot of medieval stuff too. And there's just so much. That's a hard question. So
What one would you? like to have been alive for?
Oh wow, the British invasion,
That's a good choice. Yeah, that's a good
1964.
one. All right. People are asking for
Hey
music,
Dan.
friend.
Okay. How much time do we have left? 10 minutes ish. So I'll play. I'll play a new
15.
one. 15. Okay. I'll
Okay.
play a new one, and then I think wait a minute was asked for. Should I play the new one first or wait a minute first?
How about play Wait a Minute and then you can play the new one.
All right. That sounds good. Thank you guys again for staying on, tuning in, and being part of this.
Yeah, thank you everybody.
It was cold outside. My hands were frozen and I saw a little burning light from my house across the bed. She said, come a little close. I've been waiting here for you. Won't you stay a little while with me? Stay for a drink or two, and then we talked until the sunrise. She told me about her life, talked of trust and talked of memories. Then our hands began to touch. It was getting late now. It was time to go to bed. As she walked me to her door, I kissed her cheek and then I said, wait a minute, I found love and I found you. Wait a minute, you're holding me, I'm holding you. As I walked away, the rain was falling down. I thought of how I fell in love with a girl from this small town. Life can be so hard, it can crush you to the bone. Can wait and set your heart if you're going it alone. And if I walked away right now, I never find my way again. So I made my way to her. She was standing there and she said, wait a minute, I found love and I found you. Wait a minute, yeah. You're holding me, now I'm holding you. Caught in alone, isn't meant for this life. Till there was you, starting no line. Wait a minute, I found love and I found you. I've been waiting for you for my whole life. I've been waiting for you for my whole life. I've been waiting for you for my whole life. My life. I've been waiting for you for my whole life. My life. Wait a minute, I found love. I found you. Wait a minute, you're holding me. I'm holding you. Caught in alone. Isn't meant for this life. Till there was you. Start no life. Wait a minute, I found love, and I found you.
That's always a good song, friend.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Dana. What's up, Sal?
I guess you could play one more. We have time for one more.
Cool. Awesome.
Glorious. How about like, what about like Beauty and the Breaks or Raindrops in a Barrel or something that you don't normally play?
Drops in a barrel. Beauty and the Breaks. Let me think. I gotta try to remember it.
Really? It's been that long?
How would I play a new one that
Oh
no
yeah, that's right. You were gonna play a new one. Go, yeah,
that
do
no
that instead.
no one's ever heard before? This is the first time I've ever played this anywhere. So
Ooh.
saved it for tonight.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you.
Maybe a bit of Macklemore.
In that response. I don't think I've ever heard you do Macklemore. Have you ever done Mac?
I don't think so, but
Yeah.
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, right?
That would be pretty interesting. All right, we'll see how this one goes because I'm still working on it. So
Okay. What's it
it's
called?
called Try.
Okay.
Should we a little water version? It's a little bit funny, it's a little bit sad. Two worlds come together, it shouldn't be this bad. Where has the money gone? Why do our mouths just run at each other? Let's call off our dogs and settle down. We're never gonna win this if we don't try. We're never gonna win this if we never think to ask each other why. We're never gonna win this if we don't try to compromise. If we can't, if we can't, if we can't, I'll shut my eyes and fantasize about a better life in a world that doesn't bite. All we gotta do is try. I'm a little bit angry and a tiny bit numb. When the prey goes running, the hunt's just begun. When there's profanity won, peace, love, the prodigal son. Let's call off our dogs and settle down. We're never gonna win this if we don't try. We're never gonna win this if we never think to ask each other why. We're never gonna win this if we don't try to compromise. If we can't, if we can't, if we can't, I'll shut my eyes and fantasize about a different life in a world that doesn't bite. All we gotta do is try. 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 Look ahead, all of the things we wanted are there. Look ahead, all of the things we wanted are there. Look ahead, all of the things we wanted are there. Look ahead, all of the things we wanted are there. We broke down, turn it all around. Where will this go? God's not the only one that knows. How's that? Try.
I like it.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's cool. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Of course. Thanks for having me and listening.
Well, I'm glad you came on, as always. It's always nice to see you.
You too. This was awesome. Had a great time.
Yeah.
We'll do it again next time.
Yeah. Sometime soon. Pick a
Sounds
day.
good.
Pick a
Okay.
day and you can come on.
All right. I will let you know.
If you ever feel like you just have to play, you can always come on and let me know.
Perfect. I will let you know. Sounds
Sounds
good.
good. Bye,
All
Cam.
right. Well, thank you so much. Have a
Bye,
good night.
everybody.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Live Sessions on a